Raw Materials Research and Development Council (RMRDC) has distributed 100 million improved tomato seeds to vegetable farmers in Ogun State to support the 2021 plant season. The Director General of RMRDC, Professor Diko Ibrahim, disclosed this during the public presentation of the tomato seeds to the farmers at Ogun State Agriculture Development Program in Abeokuta, the state capital. Ibrahim, represented by State Coordinator Mr. Kayode Abiola, who stated that the council has distributed the seeds to 15 states. He reviewed that according to the data obtained from Nigerian Customs Service, Nigeria spent 141.08 billion on the importation of tomatoes and tomatoes products to the country between 2010 to 2015, a situation that made the current administration of President Muhammadu Buhari to develop the tomato policy to drive its economic growth recovery plan.
More recently, as part of effort at developing the tomato value chain, the Council embarked on sensitization program to improve the quality attribute of tomato fruits by demonstrating to farmers agronomic best practices in the production and handling of top-grade fresh tomato fruits. Also, the Council has successfully produced advisory stroke policy brief on the development of tomato value chain in Nigeria. The main thrust of the brief was to help reshape the thinking of actors in tomato subsector by facilitating access to evidence-based current information. This is with a view to developing a template for decision-making that will enhance global competitiveness in the tomato industry. To us in the Council, sustainable development of tomato value chain has imperative. The nation cannot continue to expend huge sum of foreign exchange on importation of tomato that it has comparative advantage to produce. The Council's program of promoting competitiveness in raw material and product locally has highlighted further strategy for improving performance of this sector.
The Commissioner for Agriculture, Samson Odedino, who commended the Council for the free seeds, saying the gesture would help the already listed 3,000 vegetable farmers within the state.
Promise kept. And I also mentioned it that this also coincides with our second year in office, the second year in office of His Excellency Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, because the promise then was we are going to pursue aggressively partnership with all agencies in Nigeria and all over the world that can support our farmers. And this is huge. 100 million tomato seed, live and direct, to support our tomato project. We already enrolled 3,000 Ogun youth to grow tomato. And for us to support them with this free of charge is a thing of joy. It's also going to be cementing our position as the agricultural state of repute. And people talk a lot about tomato. Now we are set also to hold our space in tomato production. If you support farmers with free seed, you are going to be increasing their yield by 30%, even without anything. How many farmers probably might be willing to buy this from the market? People continue to buy poor seed and record low yield. But Ogun State is receiving today 100 million, tomato seed. 100 million tomato seed. And we are very happy. And it's also a testimony that we are working our talk in terms of agricultural support to partners and to farmers in the state.
Speaking with one of the beneficiaries who claimed that the gesture is a promise kept by the government.
It's a really very kind gesture. In fact, it caught me by surprise because many of the farmers that we have trained have already been wondering and asking that when is the government going to support us with any of the inputs. So I keep promising them, and sometimes some of them feel like, oh, is this even promise or is it going to be reality? So I'm happy now that this is really happening, that yes, this is coming to reality. So I think the governor or the government is really doing well this time around in fulfilling promises to farmers, and which I'm very happy, and I think farmers too will also be very happy across the state. Like I've said, one seed of tomato will give you nothing less than 2 to 3 kg of tomato fruit. So imagine having 100 millions of seed across the state. That's over 300 millions of tomato fruit in circulation. That's a lot of money for the state, for the individual, and for the farmers. So it means financial growth, not just for the farmers alone, but for the state and household.
However, Odedina also ascribed the free distribution of tomato seeds to vegetable farmers to the government's strategic partnership with private sectors to support farmers, disclosing that the government will distribute more seeding of other crops, to the farmers soon. Abibat Ajayi, TV 24 News.